Well, it's Manchester United taking on Liverpool at Old Trafford, and we've got team news immediately with kickoff coming to you live in a minute. It is two teams who are just separated by a place and 3 points, as Liverpool are going with a strong enough starting 11, but they have to have a few tweaks with no Alexander Isak or Mamadashvili. Freddie Woodwin as the as the keeper, with Cody Gakpo playing the centre forward today. Frimpong, Szoboszlai and Florian Wirtz behind Cody Gakpo, which means that Mo Salah is not even fit to be on the bench. He's still nursing a hamstring injury. Their bench looking very, very thin here, Liverpool. As for Manchester United, more of the same, with Aiden Heaven and Harry Maguire as the two centre-halves, Dalot, Luke Shaw as the fullbacks, Kobe and Casemiro as the two pivot players, and behind Šeško is Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo. Sonny Lamens is the goalkeeper today. Manchester United, 2 wins in the last 2. Liverpool, 3 wins out of 3. Both teams heading into this game in the back of some very good form. With Champions League football all but confirmed for both these clubs, there's an opportunity to further lay down the marker. Well, all 3 points will certainly be the remit of both sides here today. They can play with a level of freedom because of that aforementioned Champions League spot being booked. And if Liverpool win today, they can avoid their rivals, Manchester United, from doing a double over them in a very, very long time. Well, the stage is set. Everything is finalized. Liverpool looking for 3 points in enemy territory, while Manchester United looking to go 3 wins in a row to finish off strong this season under Michael Carrick. Everything is set here for a cracking game as we're off and running at Old Trafford. Well, 1 place and 3 points separating the two sides. United heading into this clash 3 points ahead of Liverpool. That doesn't happen too often, does it? An opportunity to further put a bit of daylight between themselves and Liverpool. Manchester United all but qualifying for the Champions League for next season. Liverpool, United, Aston Villa all pretty much separated by a fair few margins. Liverpool is pretty much steadied under Arne Slot over the last few games, but still they've got some changes that are going to be happening at the club next season. No Mo Salah, of course, Virgil van Dijk and possibly Alisson having their last years at the club. So the rebuild, which is expected at Anfield, might just happen next season. But they spent well over 400 million quid here, Liverpool, in terms of their title defense, and all went pear-shaped after winning 5 wins out of 5. And then the wobble came, and from there they couldn't really stabilize. November, December, January, all were nightmare months. Some would say Slot was fortunate to keep his job. Liverpool, they backed their managers, Benjamin Šeško, finding Diogo Dalot on the right-hand side. Now Brian Mbeumo, decent start this from Manchester United. They're charging forward here. It's Bruno Fernandes with a cutback, cleared away by Virgil van Dijk. But of course, Bruno Fernandes on 19 Premier League assists, finding Florian Wirtz, trying to play the 1-2 here. United win the ball back again. Pretty end-to-end stuff here. Bruno Fernandes, cross comes in for Benjamin Šeško. But Freddie Woodwin does not have to make the save, but it's all Manchester United here. They're putting the pressure on. The offside flag has been raised. And there you have it. Liverpool turning the ball over pretty poorly there. Andy Robertson was announced that he'll be leaving the club as well come summertime. Another stalwart in defense. Curtis Jones, the right back today, which means that in midfield it will be Dominic Szoboszlai and Ryan Gravenberch. Alexis McAllister has to make do with a place on the bench. Liverpool going for legs in midfield, legs at the back. Big game here for Freddie Woodman. No Alisson, no Giorgio Mamadashvili, which means the third choice keeper having to step up here. That win against Everton at the Hillstaken Stadium by Virgil van Dijk, scored in the 100th minute, pretty much gave Liverpool that cushion away from Chelsea and the rest, which meant the Champions League football for them would be pretty much confirmed. Looked at one point that Chelsea and Liverpool were going to battle for that final spot. Chelsea's form nosedived while Liverpool's picked up. Chelsea do travel to Anfield next week though. Saturday, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Chelsea do have an FA Cup final to prepare for. Liverpool still have to battle on the home front. Nothing else to compete about. All about trying to keep the Champions League position intact for themselves. Well, all eyes will be on Casemiro. 9 Premier League goals for him. He just seems to be finding that goal-scoring touch as Freddie Woodman's clearance goes straight to Brian Mbeumo. The clip pass is well intercepted. It's just about cleared away. McAllister being barged off the ball on that occasion. Here's Mbeumo. Cross comes in to Šeško and just hitting it too much on it. Well, Manchester United with Benjamin Šeško on the pitch will be looking for crosses into the box. They don't do it very often when the Slovenian is there. You can see Mbeumo just trying to create that bit of separation. And it kept the danger alive. Mbeumo did well enough to manufacture a half-decent cross. Left-footed ball in, as that aerial battle between Konate and Benjamin Šeško will certainly be an interesting one. Šeško is 6'5". Konate is no slouch himself. Again, Liverpool not able to keep hold of the ball here. United keep profiting from it. Casemiro now loses out, and I think the ball comes off the arm of Florian Wirtz. Well, Wirtz gets an opportunity playing left wing today with Szoboszlai as the cam and Jeremy Frimpong as the right winger. Shows you that Liverpool's strength and depth has certainly been hampered. Ekitike is going to miss at least 9 months of action. Isak has picked up an injury. Five minutes on the clock. 0-0. United will feel that they have started slightly the better side as Darlow finds Mbeumo fired across the face of goal, which Benjamin Šeško makes the near post run. They're looking to find the Slovenian as often and early as possible. You can see that Darlow and Mbeumo work that nicely. Good defending at the near post by Ibrahima Konate. I think the last touch did come off the Frenchman. Yes, it has. Corner. Well, United have certainly started the better side here. Can they take advantage and get the opening goal? Brian Mbeumo's corner is pretty poor, but it lands for Cunha with the strike. Cunha again, and it's 1-0 to Manchester United. Matheus Cunha scored at the bridge, now scores at Old Trafford. Over 5 minutes on the clock. The Brazilian has his 10th Premier League goal, and Manchester United lead at Old Trafford. Well, he took the strike. It fell straight back to him. It's a scruffy effort. And just about finds the corner. Liverpool hit with the early Manchester United goal that they were dreading. A shake of the heads from the Liverpool players. On a slot. Trying to lead an inquiry there. But Matheus Cunha, 10 Premier League goals is a fantastic return. Again, the corner's poor. Goes straight to Cunha. It comes back to Cunha. There are quite a few players who are offside now. Has it taken a touch? Is anybody interfering? We'll have a look. No, it's just taken a deflection of Van Dijk or Alexis McAllister, really. It was a weakish effort by Cunha, but that deflection, yep, it clearly comes off the backside of McAllister. And it's 1-0 to Manchester United. Well, they feel that their fast start has certainly deserved a reward. United capitalizing on Liverpool pretty much playing in a slumber. Cunha's 10th goal is a massive one. Well, just what Manchester United needed here. The early goal to wake the fans up. Now Liverpool have to respond. Here's Andy Robertson finding Dominic Szoboszlai. Here's Jeremy Frimpong. Clips the ball for Cody Gakpo. That is a poor header. I think the Dutch international is offside, but it's a well-worked move there from Liverpool. Ken Frimpong just hangs the ball in the air. Does the right thing. Yep, Gakpo needs to do better. Maguire just steps up. Well, Matheus Cunha getting more than his fair share of fortune on that occasion. It did score at the bridge when Chelsea were temporarily down to 10 after Bruno Fernandes put the ball into the box. Well, Arne Slot, will he be the first manager that Manchester United do the double over? It's been a long time since that has happened. If you look at the stats early stages, it's been all United. Nearly 65% of the ball, 3 attempts to Liverpool's none. The away side have barely turned up here so far. Here's Darlow. Casemiro. United will have to find a way to plug in that hole in the summer when Casemiro leaves the club. They have to certainly buy an elite number 6. Casemiro, I mean, the number of facets he covers, it's actually crazy. And he's added a different dimension to him, which is his goal scoring. 9 Premier League goals for the Brazilian. How did they try and replace all that is something for the Manchester United hierarchy to try and figure out. Bournemouth put 3 past Crystal Palace, which means that I think they've created a bit of separation between themselves and Chelsea. Michael Carrick has done a fantastic job in terms of not just stabilizing the ship, but getting a way to maximize this current squad. Here's Gakpo. Good defending by Aiden Heaven. Maguire on the slide. Just about clears that away. Here's Ryan Gravenberch. Better this from Liverpool. Now starting to pop the ball around. They're having to be patient. Into the 10th minute. Manchester United have their opponents exactly where they want them to be on this wide Old Trafford pitch. If Liverpool come out to play, United on the counter-attack can cause enough problems. Here's McAllister between the lines to Dominic Szoboszlai. He's got runners. Here's Szoboszlai. He uses Ryan Gravenberch on the outside. Ball comes into the box. It's easily defended by Aiden Heaven. They're going to have to do a lot of that. Manchester United, the box defending. Harry Maguire and Aiden Heaven will certainly be tested. 10 minutes on the clock here at Old Trafford. Liverpool still looking for a shot at Senne Lammens. Here's Curtis Jones between the lines to Szoboszlai. Kobbie Mainoo gets there first. It's not Kobbie Mainoo, it's Aiden Heaven. Just slips back into position in that left-sided centre-back role. Dominic Szoboszlai will have to use his running power and his passing abilities to try and open up the Manchester United midfield. It hasn't gone according to plan for Arne Slot. Harry Maguire's goal at Anfield gave Manchester United all 3 points, and as it stands, will be a 6-point gap between United and Liverpool. The Bournemouth are in 6th with 52 points. Aston Villa and Liverpool both at 58. Liverpool, of course, Aston Villa, of course, play Spurs next on. That is going to be an absolute cracker of a game. Won't be streaming live, but I'll be watching that for sure. I mean, there's so many permutations and combinations as to how that result is going to pan out. Here's Maguire. Finds Heaven. What the United centre-halves have done is kept a close eye on Cody Gakpo. They would have been relieved to not see Alexander Isak on the starting 11. Kobbie Mainoo tries to protect the ball, and it's fortunate that he gets fouled. Dawdle's on the ball there. Dominic Szoboszlai tries to immediately shut down Kobbie Mainoo. Well, Manchester United's progression is going to be heavily reliant on how Kobbie Mainoo takes care of the ball. He's got all the facets that you need in a centre midfielder in terms of the ability to hold it, shield it, drive forward with it, pop it 1 touch, 2 touch. His emergence under Michael Carrick after getting absolutely no game time under Ruben Amorim has been certainly one of the positives. Ruben Amorim preferred Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in a midfield pivot with a back 3. Never really worked, never really took off. United give the ball away again. Florian Wirtz can't bring that under control. Maguire steps in. And now Liverpool have the ball back. Here's Cody Gakpo. He's got the run of Robertson on the left-hand side. Here's the Scot. Heavy touch. And Mbeumo comes across. The thing is, feels that Liverpool's attack doesn't have the pace, really. I mean, Frimpong on the right-hand side is rapid. But other than that, Gakpo, Wirtz doesn't have the pace, really. But here's Dominic Szoboszlai finding Frimpong. Oh, that's a poor pass by Frimpong. Try and make something out of it. They do keep it alive. Now the Liverpool defenders stepping in. McAllister finds Robertson. Decent attack this from Liverpool. Everybody getting involved with 1 or 2 touch passing. Now McAllister. That is a very poor pass between the lines. Mainu with the interception, and now United on the break. Here's Brian Mbuemo. His first touch is very good. Fernandez has picked his head up already and finding Benjamin Šeško. It might have just gone wide. That was the opportunity for United to hit the second goal. Here's Shaw with the cross into the box. Fernandez, oh, it's a magnificent save. It might be another own goal, and it is. It's 2-0 to Manchester United. Has the last touch come of Benjamin Šeško? They won't care. United in dreamland here. 2-0 at Old Trafford with over 13 minutes played. Well, it's an absolute mess from a Liverpool point of view. Freddie Woodman, the camera pans to the young goalkeeper. It was just a ball into the box. Šeško might have scored early on after Bruno Fernandes pretty much put it on a plate. It looked like it might have gone off target. Freddie Woodman wasn't to know. He just pushes it out. United keep the danger alive, and they've got the second in real quick time. Again, Mbeumo starts the counter-attack. United get a touch fortunate here. Fernandes is onside. Look at that, immediately picks his head up. Now, is Šeško offside there? The save was good enough. Šeško quickly gets back onto his feet, or rather slowly. And when this ball is played into the box, Fernandez's header, Šeško is definitely onside. I think the last touch does come off Šeško. Yes, it does. Fernandez puts his header back into the area. Oh, the touch is clearly off Woodman. Now, does it touch Benjamin Šeško's arm when he's on the floor here? Let's have a look. Woodman touches. Oh, it's come off the midriff. That goal will stand. No problems whatsoever. It doesn't come off the arm. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. With both goals needing a touch of fortune. But Liverpool, the masters of their own downfall. Benjamin Šeško, 11 Premier League goals. After Mateus Cunha scored his 10th. It's now Šeško scoring from the start and not off the bench. As Arne Slot's men, 15 minutes on the clock. It has been a nightmare start for them. And the double for United, it was well and truly on. Well, this is dreamland for United. We're going to have a look here whether or not it does come off the arm. No, I don't think it has. Going to be a microscopic look to see whether or not there is a handball. It doesn't look like there is. Yep, the goal will stand. That was pretty much clear from there. You can see it doesn't come off the arm. Just a cushion. He's just there at the right place at the right time. Woodman's touch. This is going to be cancelled here. Is there a shake of the head? Will Liverpool get a respite? This could be a massive call at 2-0 in the 16th minute. Could be curtains for Liverpool. The goal has been given. It's 2-0 to Manchester United. Šeško has his 11th. And United, dreamland. Well, Benjamin Šeško did have the opportunity after Fernandes put it into the area. It was Fernandez's header which came off Woodman. The assist will be not credited to Bruno. But again, it's Fernandes who makes the all-important pass. And it looks like Liverpool might be on the ropes here now. Here's Robertson. Shifts it onto the left-hand side. Wirtz will have to chase this. Cross comes into the box. It's easily cleared away. Hey, what's up, Mr. Gautam? You won 8. You might get it. This is the best team. Best time to get it. Best opportunity. Not just score goals, but register a double over Liverpool. Well, Liverpool have barely come out and play here. It's been all Manchester United in the opening stages. 2 fortuitous goals. The manner of which it did find its way into the back of the net. Mateus Cunha's effort took a deflection of Alexis McAllister, and Freddie Woodman's touch coming off Benjamin Šeško on a slot. Well, with the shadow of Xabi Alonso looming over his head, almost feels like every loss, they come closer and closer to slacking on his slot. Gautam wants revenge for 2021. Oh, yeah. Liverpool are really, really poor, man. I mean, there's just no pace in their attack. I mean, if you want to count Frimpong, sure, but he's a right back. Oh, the ball just given away. Casemiro pretty loose with it. Again, there's just no pace and dynamism. Even the midfield, if you look at you look at Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister, it's not a midfield that really inspires hope. They can play some good football, but there's just no legs in there. Again, it's a bit scrappy in midfield, but United keep winning the duels. Could work on the right-hand side. Well, United can certainly not afford to sit back here. They need to take full advantage of the position they find themselves in. Here's Konate finding Szoboszlai. Casemiro. Needless tackle, but the attack continues into the 20th minute. Here's Gravenberch finding Virgil van Dijk. Good possession this from Liverpool. Yet to Tessene Lamans in goal. Gravenberch invites Curtis Jones forward. Everybody just staves off him. Jones not known for his crossing ability. Here's Gravenberch. Again, very slow this. Very, very slow. Liverpool need to quicken the tempo. Here's Konate. Fires the ball onto the right-hand side to Jeremy Frimpong. Again, Liverpool going forwards and then backwards. It's really pedestrian pace here. Now they look to turn it on here. The 1-2 is easily defended. Florian Wirtz, McAllister rather, finding himself on right wing. Approaching the 20-minute mark, Liverpool need to step it up here. Find themselves in dangerous territory with Manchester United, about 70 minutes away from doing the double over Liverpool this season. Here's Konate. More importantly, a 6-point gap between Manchester United and Liverpool, something that nobody foresaw come the early season. Again, if Liverpool are just going to be doing this for the rest of the match, might as well pack it in and go home. Just lack that ingenuity in midfield. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gravenberch, title-winning midfield, but this season they've been truly found out. Here's Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side. Liverpool spent nearly £200 million on Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. I think they've just about cracked the 15-goal mark between the pair. Again, the cross comes in. It nearly finds its way. Does find its way to Gravenberch. Here's Frimpong. He's got the overlap. Cross comes in. It's cleared away. Kobbie Mainoo comes across. That's brilliantly done. What a pass that is from Mainoo. And now Fernandes picks his head up to find the run of Benjamin Šeško. Šeško's got the pace. Does he have the power? Konate follows the run. I think the last touch did come off the Slovenian. He's not going to get anything from it. Goal kick. That's how quickly United transition from defense to attack. Bruno Fernandes picking his head up immediately, finding the run of Benjamin Šeško. That's a foul there by Konate. It's a forearm on the back. That's a foul, man. That absolutely is a foul. Although I'm not sure who the ref is. I've not had a look at the ref. That's a clear foul by Konate. He's so lucky. How does the ref not see that? I mean, neither does the assistant help him. It's a pretty poor decision. Who's this guy? Help me with the name, Gautam. I forgot his name. I knew the classics. It's not Anthony Taylor. It's not Mike Dean. Who's this crook? Nearly the halfway stage of the first half. United have Liverpool exactly where they want them to be. Dalot wins the header. Liverpool need to find a shot on target here. They have not threatened whatsoever. Clever pass there by Casemiro, looking to find the run of Bryan Mbeumo. Here's Alexis McAllister. New trim and all. Will be expected to start for Argentina in the World Cup. Him alongside Enzo Fernandez is what we're expecting. Saw that in the previous World Cup, whether or not they decide to run it back. Here's Gravenberch. Heaven does very well. Now Kobbie Mainoo steps in. Finds Luke Shaw. What Michael Carrick has done so well is maximize the resources in front of him. United are very calm on the ball. What a pass that is by... Oh, the touch from Mbuemo on the slide. If he finds the touch in position, Diogo Dalot has a free run. Here's Gakpo. An easy dribble from the Dutchman, finding Florian Wirtz. Gravenberg, better from Liverpool, but again probing rather than penetrating. Need to step up the intensity. Here's Cody Gakpo! It's just wide. Does wrap his foot around it, but not enough. Son Elaman's at full stretch. Liverpool finally have a shot of note. Gakpo works the space. That's not too far away. That's a reminder to Manchester United to close down the Liverpool attackers. Manchester United still very much in safe territory here. 24 minutes on the clock. They keep having that counter-attacking outlet. That's how ruthless Manchester United are going forward. Counter-attack will certainly work in their favour. Here's Curtis Jones. Again, a pass with no pressure. Mainoo intercepts. Mainoo's had a very good first half. All facets of the game. Son Lamans yet to get tested, but that Cody Gakpo shot would have been a nice enough warning. Gakpo centre forward in the absence of Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. Isak, after a bit of an ankle breaker, coming back to fitness, but then suffering an injury. I think the news did break out a couple of days before kickoff. For some reason, it was the Sun newspaper that had the exclusive. Now, that's a cardinal sin if you come from Liverpool, for Sun to have any sort of exclusive, especially with your star striker missing. Heaven and Cobby, absolute ballers, man. I have to agree. And they costed, what, £1 million between the two? That's excellent business. I mean, they have slotted in seamlessly. Whoever the next manager is going to be, they have to make sure that they prioritize the development of Aiden Heaven. I mean, there's absolutely no way. Yes, Martinez has got the experience over him, but that left-sided centre-back role, I was very impressed to see Heaven play as the centre-back under Ruben Amorim. For all of Amorim's fault, he did give the platform to Aiden Heaven. Now, it'll be very interesting to see where Heaven falls in the pecking order next season when Sandro Martinez and I'm expecting Matthijs de Ligt to be fit again. Maguire signed an extension. This is clever though from Liverpool. Venturing forward, Luke Shaw with the challenge. Kobbie Mainoo steps out. Mainoo once again looking silky on the ball. This is the kind of Kobbie Mainoo performance that Manchester United fans will be just watching in awe here. Here's Diogo Dalot. That is an outstanding pass by Casemiro, mind you. Here's Mbuemo. Ball in. Fernandes is just wide. That should have been 3-0. Bruno Fernandes gets the ball right into his path. Freddie Woodman standing hopelessly, hoping that the bottom corner was not filled. United playing some very good football. And Mbuemo puts it right into the path of Fernandes, who has to score. It's simple as that. It needs to be on target. Well, Fernandes, if he was the one putting the cross in, would probably been exactly in the same position, but the way that Bruno has been assisting all his teammates, it has somehow found its way to the back of the net. That should have been 3-0 to Manchester United, and game over as early as 27 minutes on the clock. Mainoo lets that go. Now opens up nicely for Florian Wirtz. And Wirtz has gotten amongst the goals and assists column, something that we have held against Florian Wirtz. His performance is still a huge question mark as Wirtz just looks to squeeze that shot into the corner. Decent enough pace with minimal backlift. The two shots that have whistled past the post. Still with Senne Laumans not having to make a save. United having their team exactly where they wanted to be. It's Liverpool now with more of the possession. But it's United with the deadly efforts. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Freddie Woodman was absolutely helpless with that Bruno Fernandes effort. Had to find the back of the net there. That miss possibly cost them. I doubt it, considering United are looking very comfortable, despite Liverpool having more of the ball here. Fernandes gives it away, but United keep winning the second ball. That's been very important. Heaven just striding forward, looking ultra composed on the ball. Beautiful football by Manchester United as Cunha gets away from the challenge of Frimpong. Cunha loses the ball out to Curtis Jones. Good challenge there. Here's McAllister. Can Liverpool slow the pace down? Painfully slow. Immediately just stop. They play the pass backwards. I mean, something that totally unrecognizable considering what we have seen from Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp. You never see those passes backwards. As soon as they try a counter-attack, it's always forward, forward, forward. Now they just take a couple of backward passes, completely kill the momentum. And it's once again 10 men behind the ball for Manchester United. Liverpool anyway do have a problem opening up deep blocks. Why would you allow United to get back into their positions? Again, they've had absolutely no joy to try and play through them. Wide areas will need a bit more. Andy Robertson and Curtis Jones, the two fullbacks, I don't think neither of them really fill the Manchester United defenders with any sort of fear. Robertson going through the end of his Liverpool career, and of course Curtis Jones, not a recognised right back. No Mo Salah. Could they have given Rio Ngumua a game here? Maybe shift him on the left-hand side. Florian Wirtz is a number 10 and Dominic Szoboszlai on the right-hand side with a bit more running power. Rio Ngumua, one of those youngsters who are definitely going to light up the Premier League for years to come. You say you love how Dalot inverts into midfield in the second phase of possession instead of the first. Makes it way more difficult to get the press right. Liverpool have not really pressed well though. It's a bit unorganized if you look at the way that they're playing the game, and they're playing it with no pace whatsoever. Be it going forward or defending in transitions, they just look like an aged side. But Dalot certainly, with those underlaps, in those half spaces, is making it very interesting for Manchester United, with Mbeumo hugging the touchline on the right-hand side. The left-hand side dynamics a little bit more different, with Luke Shaw expected to hold the width, with Matheus Cunha operating in the pockets. Here's Dalot with the ball across the face of goal. Well defended by Konate. Gakpo's first touch is ridiculously good. And now Dominic Szoboszlai. He's been shut down immediately. Menu with yet another midfield recovery. I mean, how many midfield recoveries has Kobbie Mainoo made in 30 minutes? I've lost count, that's for sure. But the Manchester United midfield has been so much better than the Liverpool midfield. It's not even close. Well, Dalot has certainly improved his game under Michael Carrick. Played as a wing-back under Amorim. Now as a traditional right-back. I think that's pretty much what Michael Carrick has done, hasn't he? Played the players in their right position. I mean, he had Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes under Amorim. Fernandes, completely different player, back into the number 10 position, and Kobbie Mainoo, reborn. Free kick for Manchester United. They could have made it 3-0 with the Bruno Fernandes effort. Now it's a Bruno Fernandes free kick with Fernandes on 19 assists. Something that will definitely be playing in his mind. Now looks to whip the ball into the box here. Liverpool have to make sure that they keep a close eye on Casemiro. Casemiro, remember, 9 Premier League goals for him. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Good header by Virgil van Dijk. As Dalot picks up the second ball. It's just overhit on that occasion. Goal kick for Liverpool. But Liverpool need to step it up here. Possibly try and get a goal before half-time, because this first 45 minutes, this 30 minutes rather, has not gone according to plan. It's been all Manchester United, all phases of the play as well. United, 6 points behind City. City, of course, still have to play twice. They're 6 points behind Arsenal. Arsenal doing the job at home against first Newcastle United and then Fulham. Clean sheets in both games. Arsenal improving their goal difference after the 3-0 victory against Fulham yesterday. Victor Gyökeres with a brace and Bukayo Saka scoring a much-needed goal. Again, Wirtz just gives the ball away. Shocking there from the number 7. Here's Fernandes. Here's Cunha now. Ooh, that might be a foul by Szoboszlai. It isn't. Again, that all comes from Florian Wirtz. I mean, no pressure on the ball. Just gives the ball away. Woodman finds Konate. Liverpool struggling to play out the back. Oof. It's hard work for them. Florian Wirtz saying that he got caught on the top of his boot on that occasion. This has been a first half to forget for the German. Not playing in his natural number 10 position, but on the left-hand side, he's more than capable of operating, especially when you see him in Germany play in that left-hand side number 10 position for Julian Nagelsmann. Two clear cases of Liverpool players just pushing United players in the back. No idea how the referee can justify those non-decisions. It is what it is, and still Liverpool not able to take anything from it. So if you're United, carry on, man. We'll take the bullshit decisions. Doesn't really matter. You aren't really threatening. It's been, I think, one of Manchester United's more commanding halves of football. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gautam, because yes, you won games under Michael Carrick. The 2-0 victory against Brentford was a scoreline that did flatter you guys. It was never a 2-0 game. Igor Thiago, the number of chances the Brazilian missed was just shocking on the day. This has been a proper 2-0 performance though. Maybe even 3-0 from United's point of view. Ken Robertson makes his way forward. The first touch gets away from him. He's out of position. And there's a chance there. Now McAllister, if that's a foul on Mbeumo, that is a yellow card. Oh, it's not a foul. Well, Mbeumo's got the pace on McAllister, so McAllister had to get that spot on, and according to the referee, he did. Liverpool getting the favourable decisions, but haven't been able to take advantage of it. 10 minutes plus added on time remain in the first half. Mateus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško with their 10th and 11th Premier League goal respectively. Again, Gakpo gets swarmed. It's almost like you know exactly what Cody Gakpo is going to do. It's just going to be that shift and shoot. Here's Frimpong. He's been closed down. Mateus Cunha working tremendously hard. They're going to have a look whether or not Frimpong was fouled. Cunha can't play on. He decided to just hit the ball out. Now, if that's not a foul, United have every reason to continue. It's because it's outside the box. I don't think it's going to be checked. Going to have a look at the replay though. Frimpong drops the shoulder. No, that's not a foul. That's absolutely not a foul. Not really sure as to what Frimpong was appealing for there. Hope you can see the shot clearly rolled off the midriff of Benjamin Šeško. Did not touch his arm. Any other day it could have very easily flicked off the arm, but somehow got that out of harm's way on that occasion. Well, United will feel they've thoroughly merited this 2-goal advantage. And if Bruno Fernandes' right-footed effort found the bottom corner, could have been a nightmare first half coming to fruition from Liverpool's point of view. Van Dijk wins the header, but the offside flag has been raised. Liverpool desperate need of getting a goal before half-time here. Desperately. Liverpool heading into this game on the back of 3 wins on the bounce. Manchester United looking to make it 3 wins in a row. Michael Carrick, of course, started off with 4 wins in a row. Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Manchester City at Old Trafford. Beating Spurs as well. 3 out of 4 games that gave Michael Carrick that excellent start. Here's McAllister. Frimpong. Curtis Jones. Can Liverpool at least get a shot on target before half-time? That certainly has got to be objective number 1. Again, it's a lot of this side-to-side passing, which is just allowing United to get back into their defensive shape. And Cody Gakpo is not playing as a centre-forward either. It's all very disjointed from a Liverpool attack point of view. Well, a goal will certainly change the complexion of the game. Here's Szoboszlai. 7 minutes plus added on time remaining in the first half. Jones, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch in a pocket of space. Keeps it short onto the right-hand side, and oh my goodness me. After all that, Jeremy Frimpong is offside. Absolute shambles from Liverpool. Going forward, I mean, if that's what they have to offer, it might as well blow the full-time whistle. This is food and drink for Manchester United defensively. No pace in the attack. They can get back into their defensive shape, which has been very good. When Manchester United defend, make sure that they're going to commit bodies back. They are a difficult team to try and break down. Remember at Stamford Bridge where Chelsea were 1-0 down at the Bridge at half-time. We threw absolutely everything that we possibly could have at Manchester United and came out goalless. Liam Delap came the closest with the header off the crossbar, and Caicedo had an effort into the corner. Other than that, Manchester United kept Chelsea at bay. They're about 6 minutes away from getting the job done in the first half here against Liverpool. Szoboszlai finds Wirtz. Clever pass there by Wirtz, but good tracking run there by Luke Shaw. He knows that he's going to be up against a foot race there with Jeremy Frimpong. But Luke Shaw is certainly making a case to try and break into the England setup. He's pretty much played every single Premier League game this season for someone that has not been able to keep fit whatsoever in his 10 years at Manchester United. The first choice left back will obviously be Nico O'Reilly after his breakthrough season. Here's Gakpo. 5 minutes plus stoppage time remain. That's a foul on the Dutchman. Here's Ibrahima Konate. Nice pass between the lines there for Alexis McAllister. McAllister fades it to Dominic Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones. The dynamic on the right-hand side for Liverpool has not worked. Jones and Frimpong have not been able to form a partnership. Left-hand side has been slightly better with Gravenberch with getting a shot on target. Over 40 minutes on the clock, but it's straight down the hatchet. Easy work for the Belgian goalkeeper. Well, Senne Laumans has certainly brought calm now between the sticks at Old Trafford after Andre Onana's nightmare 2 years. First shot on target. It's taken 40 minutes. Is that going to be another shot on target? If it is, it's going to be a stat that fools the eye because it hasn't been threatening whatsoever. Kobbie Mainoo finds Aiden Heaven. But because Kobbie Mainoo and Aiden Heaven find it very comfortable on the ball. Oh, what a pass that is by Bruno Fernandes. Finding Mbeumo. Mbeumo picks his head up to find Benjamin Šeško. His first touch is decent, but gets away from him. But United nearly open up Liverpool with 2 passes as Gravenberch strides forward with the ball. Again, this is where it just breaks down from Manchester United and Liverpool's point of view, rather. It's Cunha on the left-hand side. Cunha with another touch. Cross comes in. It's headed away by Andy Robertson. Liverpool defense push back again. Mbeumo's cross into the box. Overhit. Goal kick. Well, Liverpool need to improve here. It's been a first half to forget at Old Trafford. Manchester United about 50 minutes away from doing the league double over Liverpool. Mo Salah not fit enough to be on the bench either. Whether or not Salah will take the field before the end of the season, we'll wait and see. He'll try everything in his power if he can. Again, the ball just given away. Fernandez's first touch is heavy. United looking to add the third before half-time. Aiden Heaven baiting the press, and he gets the foul. Well, the Hungarian upset with the decision, but he'll be more upset with the way that Manchester United have completely shut out Liverpool in this first half here. 2 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in the opening 45. Matheus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško, the two summer signings, coming up clutch here for United at Old Trafford. Fernandes still searching for his 20th assist, which will tie him with Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry. Fernandes lining this one up. Keeps it short though to Dalo. Now to Fernandes with a change of angle. Brings that closer. Clever pass between the lines. It's Mateus Cunha off balance. Oh, that's a poor mistake. It should be 3-0. How has the ball stayed out here? It was a missed kick and Liverpool survives somehow. What a turn that is. Now Menu with a clever clip pass. United playing with so much freedom. Liverpool playing terrified. Bruno Fernandes with a bit of a limp. There's no way that he's going to be taking his place on the bench. A minute plus stoppage time, right time rather, left in the first half. United will feel that they've thoroughly merited this 2-goal advantage. Some would say it could and should have been 3 if Bruno Fernandes managed to find the back of the net from close range. Again, Liverpool going side to side rather than going forward quickly. Here's Szoboszlai. Soon as a Liverpool player has the ball, players just swarm around him. It's Ryan Gravenberch with the shimmy, and now with the shot well blocked by Casemiro. It's Florian Wirtz. It's come off Harry Maguire. It's a great block by Maguire, who's already on the deck. Might have come off his head there. It's a brave block there from the Manchester United centre half. Again, it's been Gravenberch who's been the spare man, who's making those breaking runs from the number 6 position. Went to added on time here. Steve Holland and Michael Carrick in constant communication on the sidelines, making sure that United do manage to keep the clean sheet heading into the half-time whistle. 4 minutes of added on time signaled by the 4th official. Manchester United nearly there in terms of the first objective being met. Well, did the ball come off Maguire's head? If so, we'll certainly need to make some concussion protocols. It has. Oof. It's come on the side of Maguire's head. He's quickly back onto his feet, but he'll certainly feel his ears ringing and possibly seeing stars. He's as tough as they come, and they will continue. Can Liverpool win the first and second ball? Frimpong has got the pace over Aiden Heaven, but Heaven shows some excellent recovery pace. Aiden Heaven's stocks is certainly going through the roof in my eyes. Kobbie Mainoo cleverly leaves it on the left-hand side. Here's Mateus Cunha. The 1-2 is played brilliantly between the Brazilians. It's Cunha on the outside. Konate with an important interception. It's a corner for Manchester United. Beautiful football again. Lovely 1-2s all over the pitch. All started with Aiden Heaven winning the ball. Well, Manchester United have certainly played one of their best 45 minutes here. Seen them under Michael Carrick. They've lived off moments, but in terms of a complete 45 minutes, this has been as close as it comes. Liverpool have certainly had their troubles defending set pieces. Manchester United have got Casemiro, Harry Maguire and Benjamin Šeško, all superb aerial threats to aim at. Bruno Fernandes on 19 assists. Puts the ball into the box. He's kept it short though, and Mbeumo doesn't get a shot of conviction. Dalo keeps the danger alive. Fernandes floats the ball into the box. It's slightly overhead. Casemiro gets at the end of it. I think the ball might have gone out of play before Woodman got a touch to it. The offside flag though. And it's clever from Fernandes. It's almost like Bryan Mbeumo wasn't expecting Kobbie Mainoo to let that go. Yep, Casemiro was clearly offside when Fernandes reloaded the ball into the box. Here's Harry Maguire. Šeško tries to make it stick. Might be a foul there on Alexis McAllister. It will be. Towards the final minute of added on time in the first half, Manchester United fully warranting their half-time lead as it stands. Liverpool, this is again a very, very poor performance from them, and they host Chelsea at Anfield next week. Here's Curtis Jones. Again, it's so slow from Liverpool's point of view, man. It's just pedestrian football. Here's Jones. Szoboszlai just looks to drill the ball into the box with no real creativity or thought. Just puts the ball into the box. It's been one of the worst 45 minutes I can see from Liverpool's point of view. It certainly can't get worse in terms of a performance, but in terms of the scoreline, it certainly can. Because United have Liverpool exactly where they want them here. 2-goal advantage, defending well deep, and of course the threat on the counter-attack. The referee has had a look at his watch and he blows the first half whistle as Matheus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško have given Manchester United a 2-goal advantage heading into half-time. And they can say that they thoroughly deserved it. And as it stands, both teams will be separated by 6 points. Liverpool dragged back with Manchester United pulling further clear from the challengers. United with Cunha and Šeško doing the damage early in the first half. It's 2-0 at Old Trafford. Well, it's been one-way traffic all along the pitch. Liverpool struggling at all phases, really. Defensively, they've let goals in. Chances have been all for Manchester United. The midfield battle has been owned by Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro. I mean, the possession might be in Liverpool's favour, but they've done absolutely nothing noteworthy with the ball. The front three, non-existent. Cody Gakpo has been drifting more to the left rather than finding himself in the centre-forward position. It's a real mishmash, really, in terms of the Liverpool attack. Nothing of note. Senne Lammens having no saves to make of note. One easy save to be made from a shot from distance. Bruno Fernandes could and should have made it 3-0 after he was brilliantly found centre of the goal. Any other player or any other day, Bruno Fernandes finally finds the back of the net for his goals, but he's still focusing on that assist record, that's for sure. And in the second half, that opportunity will certainly improve, with Liverpool looking to come out in the second half and United continuing to play on the transition here. Perfect 45 minutes from Manchester United's point of view. Really, no notes from them. A bit more composure on the ball is certainly something that United can profit out of in the second half. A bit more service for Benjamin Šeško would be nice as well. The centre forward has often found himself a bit isolated between the two giants, that is Virgil van Dijk and of course Ibrahima Konate. Need to make sure that either Fernandes, Cunha or Mbeumo stay close to him so that he can play those clever little one-touch passes with this hold-up play. But from United's point of view, absolutely no notes. They can continue doing the same. Liverpool, if they don't quicken up the tempo, they can play for another hour of football and they still won't score. That's it. Next goal of the match. It's going to be absolutely crucial. If United get the next one, it's game over. If Liverpool get the next, it's game on. Well, I'll be back for the second half, guys. Do stay tuned. Thank you all for tuning in. It's going to be an interesting 45 minutes to see whether or not Liverpool can try and turn this around. We look at the Liverpool bench, there's absolutely nothing on it. Ryan Gumua seems to be the only attacking threat that Liverpool can bring off the bench. No Isak, no Salah, no Ekitike, of course. Florian Wirtz needs to step his game up. Another anonymous performance from the number 7. I mean, you'll hear the Liverpool fans in the media gaslighting us with Florian Wirtz, right? That's saying that he's not the worst signing. He needs time to adjust. It's been a terrible first season from his point of view, man. You can throw all the stats at me, all the progressive carries and it doesn't fool me. What I see with my own two eyes, Florian Wirtz has certainly not justified his price range, and he needs to certainly step it up next season, that's for sure. It's been shocking from Liverpool's point of view, but they certainly need to improve. I'll be back for the second half, guys. Stay tuned. We're a few minutes away from the start of the second half. From Manchester United's point, more of the same. Liverpool have been shocking in the opening 45 minutes. They certainly need to improve. Otherwise, Manchester United will steamroll them in the second half, that's for sure. Second 45 minutes, this has been easy work from Manchester United's point of view. The midfield, the combinations have been quicker. The way that Manchester United have moved the ball has been much, much swifter. And it's been easy work, light work in midfield for them. The back line has been rarely troubled. Liverpool need to step it up here in the second half, that's for sure. In terms of changes, they only have Rio Ngomua really as an option off the bench. I'd be very surprised that if he doesn't take the field at some point in the second half, because Liverpool needs something improved in terms of the attacking play. The front three of Vert, Szoboszlai and Jeremy Frimpong has certainly not worked. You can see that Cody Gakpo has had a few attempts really in terms of shifting and shooting. He has been far too passive, I feel. It feels like it's only Ryan Gravenberch who keeps finding himself in decent positions. It's almost like Liverpool are trying to create the overloads for Ryan Gravenberch to have a shot. The midfield of McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai just doesn't have the dynamism, does it? I mean, McAllister in the first 45 minutes was really, really poor. Of McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. Well, United know that a next goal will give them the 3 points, that's for sure. And all but book their spot for next season's Champions League. It's been quite the recovery under Michael Carrick, and they're nearly there in terms of achieving their objective. Well, tomorrow, of course, we'll wrap up the third watch-along. It was Arsenal-Fulham yesterday, Manchester United-Liverpool today, and Chelsea hosting Nottingham Forest for a Monday evening game, which we seldom see, really. Monday, 7:30 p.m. India time. You don't see games like that, especially at that time. It will be certainly interesting how Chelsea do respond, but Chelsea finding themselves in a nightmare position, really. We could easily be dragged in the bottom half of the table. And with Callum McFarlane pretty much prioritizing the FA Cup final in the coming weeks, it'll be interesting to see how Chelsea do navigate the last 4 Premier League games. We've got Forest at home, and then we travel, of course, to Anfield. Then we host Spurs at home, and we end the campaign with Sunderland away. It's been an absolute nightmare from Chelsea's point of view since Enzo Maresca got sacked. Those 4 wins on the bounce under Liam Rossini gave us some sort of a managerial boost, but since we dropped points to Leeds and Burnley at home, it has been a car crash of a season from Chelsea's point of view. But we're still in an FA Cup final where we do play Manchester City. Somehow we can end the season with silverware and possibly a European spot. If we do win the FA Cup, we will play in the Europa League next season. Well, from United's point of view, more of the same. Don't expect any changes from Michael Carrick, especially in terms of the spine. Maybe Amad Diallo might come on in the second half, but Cunha and Mbuemo have created enough problems. The Bournemouth 3-0 Crystal Palace result is certainly one that has raised eyebrows, as Bournemouth now in the top 6. What a job Andoni Iraola is doing before leaving his post. You can see there, Bournemouth 52 points, 6 points behind Aston Villa. Villa still have a game to play, and that is against Spurs after this one. Spurs still in a relegation dogfight, and after West Ham got their pants pulled, an opportunity for De Zerbi's men to climb out of the relegation zone as the United players make their way back onto the pitch here. Halftime team talk would have been a pleasant one from Michael Carrick's point of view, but very important from United's perspective that they keep that intensity going. Do not allow Liverpool away back. And we talked about Amad Diallo. It seems that he will be coming on right at the halftime whistle. Interesting move to bring on the Ivorian, who has certainly struggled under Michael Carrick. His production has been nowhere near the levels, but he does have so much talent. It's Benjamin Šeško coming off. That is certainly a very interesting move, which means that Mbeumo will be moved as the centre forward and Amad Diallo will play as right winger. Very surprised that Benjamin Šeško has come off. Might have been a knock that Michael Carrick is not willing to risk, especially with United 2-0 up. We're all set for the start of the second half here. Liverpool possibly cannot play worse. Šeško is limping off, which means that it is an injury. And we're off and running for the second half. But Manchester United bringing on Amad Diallo to fill in here. And Bryan Mbeumo might get the opportunity as the centre forward. It's a corner for Manchester United, literally with their very first attack. United causing all sorts of problems once again with a long ball. Virgil van Dijk's header straight into the path of Bryan Mbeumo. His shot came up off Ibrahim Konate. Corner for Manchester United. Looking for that perfect start early in the second half. A goal here will pretty much kill off this game as a contest. It's going to be the delivery of Mbeumo with his left foot. He's wrapped that nicely. And it's an effort from Harry Maguire. It's off target. But considering he gets there, he'll be disappointed that he couldn't get that on target. Good whip there by Bryan Mbeumo's corner. Maguire needs to get that on target there. He'll be disappointed that he couldn't. No surprise that it's Manchester United who keep threatening here. Liverpool continue to pump long balls at Cody Gakpo. Florian Wirtz dispossessed. Casemiro. Again, Manchester United play through the Liverpool press with ease. Fernandes, good feet finding Amad Diallo. They've got more mobility with Bryan Mbeumo as the centre forward. Here's Cass. Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo has been excellent again. Scored that worldie, didn't he, when Erik ten Hag was the manager in this fixture. Oh, the ball's given away by Amad Diallo. And now Szoboszlai. Can he capitalize? It's Dominic Szoboszlai finds the bottom corner. Liverpool have a lifeline 2 minutes into the second half. And it all comes from the substitute. Amad Diallo gives the ball away. Dominic Szoboszlai does the rest. And Manchester United have been hit by the early goal. Exactly what Liverpool needed. It is game on. Well, horrible moment there from Amad Diallo. Under no pressure, gives the ball away. United committed players forward. This is all about Szoboszlai, though. Drops the shoulder. Maguire doesn't have the pace. And then it's the composure of the finish. Into the bottom corner. Amad Diallo. Look away, son. That was a poor mistake. Szoboszlai was looking for options. Decided that he's going to go himself. And what a cool finish that is. We'll talk about making a negative impact since coming on. And now Liverpool have the wind in their sails. Dominic Szoboszlai scoring that all-important goal which gives Liverpool something to work with. Oh, Luke Shaw's now fouled Frimpong. Manchester United are losing their heads here. That's going to be a yellow card for Shaw. It was looking so easy, so comfortable from Manchester United's point of view. That moment has changed everything. Luke Shaw lost his balance. It's a bit of a, I want to say a cynical foul. It's on the deck and he couldn't really allow Jeremy Frimpong to burst forward on the right-hand side. Liverpool getting the encouraging second half start that they were looking for. That Dominic Szoboszlai goal changes everything now. And one of the worst 45 minutes for Liverpool, and somehow they're still in this. Free kick which will be taken by Andy Robertson. Left-footed ball will be an in-swinger. It's a poor delivery. Goodness me. I mean, that is poor. Well, Ahmad's regression, Gautam, needs to be studied here because it has been a real dip. You could see that team talk he had with Michael Carrick just on the sidelines before he came on. It's almost like Carrick was like, come on, give me something positive. You've got 45 minutes. The team is in a great position. And to give the ball away in that manner, oof. Again, Manchester United give the ball away. This time it's Aiden Heaven. It seems that it is looking very contagious. And now Kobbie Mainoo commits the foul. United all over the shop. And even before AFCON, I think he would have been maybe your best attacker, but still not at the levels. His production needs to be questioned as well. Yep, but since AFCON, Amad Diallo, his form has certainly nosedived. What a giveaway that was, but the ease at which Dominic Szoboszlai beat Harry Maguire is another concerning stat, isn't it? Andy Robertson will look to fade this ball into the box. Good defensive header there by Casemiro. Manchester United need to recalibrate here. That's a clever pass by Mateus Cunha, finding Mbeumo. And Mbeumo does very nicely, keeps the ball, but dawdles on it far too long. And now Szoboszlai has got the ball. Liverpool will feel that the encouragement is there. United looking for a quick attack here. Casemiro asking an awful lot out of the Ivorian. Amad Diallo will be desperate to make amends. And the way Kobbie Mainoo plays on the half turn certainly is so impressive, isn't it? The fact that Amad Diallo turned back and played the pass backwards, or sideways rather, but this from Harry Maguire is so poor. I mean, Szoboszlai does not have that kind of pace to really create that kind of separation. That is a concerning amount of separation that Szoboszlai created away from Harry Maguire. And Maguire's going to be at the club next season as well. He's not going to get any quicker. He does have his attributes. As a ball nearly slipped in by Szoboszlai, he loses his balance at an inopportune moment. Game's looking a bit stretched now. Here's Mainoo. Amad Diallo. United need to quickly recalibrate here and really come out to play in the second half. It's been more about Liverpool. Here's Aiden Heaven. Heaven again. United give the ball away again. This is not the same Manchester United that we saw in the first half. Now Cody Gakpo gets through two Manchester United players, but Harry Maguire on the slide makes the interception. Here's McAllister. And Liverpool getting exactly the kind of encouragement needed in the second half. That early Szoboszlai goal has certainly settled them. Now they'll feel that this game is very much salvageable from their point of view. Manchester United looking to do the double over Liverpool. They had the perfect base. And that Bruno Fernandes miss at 2-0 now looking a lot more costly. Florian Wirtz trying to play the no-look pass. Luke Shaw brings that down nicely. Here's Mainoo. What a nice pass that is. Lovely turn by Cunha. United play well in tight spaces here. And now on the right-hand side, and Kobbie Mainoo has been the linchpin. Him alongside Casemiro has certainly played it. And there's Bruno Fernandes who's broken the lines. What a first touch by Fernandes. And Mbeumo hits the post. I think Fernandes might have been offside there. Would have been a special Manchester United goal. The touch from Bruno Fernandes. Played that across the face for Bryan Mbeumo with the cheeky back flick. Better from Manchester United, but United once again living off moments. The game is too easy for Bruno, is it? He's playing at a very different level. And if you compare the two number 10s, Szoboszlai and Bruno Fernandes, and if you add Florian Wirtz to the mix, it's been Bruno Fernandes who's been the head honcho. Still searching for his 20th assist. Here's Curtis Jones. That experiment at right back has certainly not worked. I mean, I'm very surprised that Arne Slot hasn't really gone for it. You bring on Rio Ngumu or play him on the left-hand side, Wirtz or Szoboszlai on the right, and Frimpong plays as right back. Seems like an obvious decision from Arne Slot, considering he doesn't really have many options on the bench. No Salah, Wirtz, Salah, Ekitike, Isak available here for Arne Slot. Van Dijk finds Ryan Gravenberch. And now to Konate. Luke Shaw's on a yellow card. He needs to be careful. Frimpong needs to keep having a run at the English left back, that's for sure. Here's McAllister now. Liverpool playing with a little bit more confidence. That Dominic Szoboszlai goal has certainly opened things up here. Konate. Curtis Jones with a bit of space. Not looking for the cross. It's Frimpong. Forced to check his run. Again, Liverpool's right-hand side does not have that right kind of dynamism and what's it, trickery. Really open up Manchester United. Here's Konate. Konate and Van Dijk have a different proposition in Mbeumo. This is a good pass between the lines for Szoboszlai. It's Wirtz with the effort and was never really going to trouble Senne Lammens. Better there from Liverpool. Fluid movement. All starts with the Konate pass between the lines and then Liverpool are in business. Wirtz to Szoboszlai, back to Wirtz. Trying to just feed that into the far corner. 10 minutes into the second half and Liverpool have certainly made a better fist of this one. First half completely unrecognizable. Oh, that's a terrible pass and it is going to be 2-0. Senne Lammens with a howler and Cody Gakpo gets the equalizer 10 minutes into the second half. Lammens gives the ball away. Michael Carrick cannot believe what he's watching here. United capitulate 10 minutes into the second half. It's 2-2. We'll talk about mistakes. It has been shocking. First the Amad Diallo mistake and now Senne Lammens. I could not believe the back pass he played. I was speechless and I'm sure most of the United fans were as well. Well, Senne Lammens trying to play out the back. This is a suicidal pass. Why is he trying to find Casemiro there? I'll never try to understand. Liverpool pinched the ball and it's an easy finish for Cody Gakpo. That is suicidal. Szoboszlai's got a goal and assist. Gakpo's on the score sheet. Liverpool equalise. What do you even say about a pass like that? If you thought the Amad Diallo pass was bad, this is even worse. Michael Carrick trying to figure out how United have thrown this game away. And now it's even Stevens. 35 minutes left. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo now in the half space. Manchester United are struggling to keep hold of the ball as Szoboszlai nearly squeezes the pass forward. Heaven steps in and he's lost out. But Liverpool certainly playing with the pep in their step. Michael Carrick has seen his side completely throw it away in the 10 minutes of the second half. Senne Lammens, what were you thinking with that pass? That pass was never on for Casemiro. 3 Liverpool players around him and he still decides to play the pass. Curious decision to say the very least. Here's Cody Gakpo. He'll be feeling a lot more confident. What a challenge that is by Maguire. Now Bruno Fernandes wraps the pass. Again, that might be a foul. It isn't. Good feet shown in the midfield area now. And that's a pass in the forward areas. Heaven just comes across, makes the challenge on Jeremy Frimpong. Referee says it's just a coming together. Maguire's picked his head up, finds Bruno Fernandes. What a first touch that is by Bruno. Flashes that across. Virgil van Dijk defends well. It's right into the path of Bryan Mbeumo. Frimpong is still on the deck here. Will he be able to continue? We'll wait and see. Heaven just stands his ground. It was good there from Curtis Jones, though. Don't think the appeals were voracious from the Liverpool players, and that's generally a good indication. Well, Milos Kerkez is coming on for Andy Robertson. This is a positive move by Arne Slot. I still think he's missing a trick here, not bringing on Rio Ngumua. Might look to bring him on in the 70-75 minute mark as Andy Robertson, his last appearance at Old Trafford in Liverpool colours, coming to an end. Still don't know where he's going to ply his trade next season, but this is the last time we'll see the Liverpool legend at Old Trafford. The Hungarian Kerkez is on. A bit more dynamism, a bit more pace, a bit more directness about Liverpool on the left-hand side now. Well, if Arne Slot brings on Rio Ngumua, the left-hand side for Liverpool completely transforms. It's going to be a much more direct, a much more pacey left-hand side than originally began. Can Liverpool in the second half have been so much better, or have Manchester United just given it away? Freddie Woodman with the pass. Frimpong tries the audacious. And the camera panning to Casemiro. I'm not sure what he was supposed to do on that situation, but the Manchester United midfield need to make sure that they grab hold of the game. Whatever they did very well in the first half has been absent. 15 minutes into the second. 2 minutes into the second half. Dominic Szoboszlai scoring, and then that mistake from Sene Lomans. Good defending by Curtis Jones. This time it's Heaven who gives the ball away. Maguire's header just about finds Bruno Fernandes. Half an hour remaining at Old Trafford. Manchester United's 2-0 advantage wiped away by two mistakes. Amad Diallo and Sene Lomans handing the initiative back to Liverpool. Well, Liverpool certainly have steadied in the last few games under Slot, picking up important wins even when they are not at their very best. Beating Fulham and Everton was certainly massive 6 points for them. Manchester United's attack has not stitched it together nicely since Mbeumo's taken the field. That Benjamin Šeško injury. It's a beautiful switch by Aiden Heaven. Bruno Fernandes looking to just play that first time. Camera pans to Casemiro again. I'm not sure as to why the camera keeps panning towards the Brazilian. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Finding Diogo Dalot in the half space. Bruno Fernandes is peeling towards the right-hand side a lot more. Casemiro, the back flick, finding Amad Diallo. Diallo hasn't really contributed in an attacking sense so far. Here's Kobbie Mainoo now. Mbeumo. Finding Aiden Heaven. Mainoo again, between the lines to Mbeumo. You can see Ibrahima Konate tracking the run of the Cameroonian every step of the way. Here's Mainoo, slips away from Gravenberch beautifully, but it's McAllister who's the extra body in midfield. Liverpool play the Manchester United press nicely, and now Frimpong on the right-hand side. He's got a bit of support. Frimpong picks his head up. Oh, what a pass that is. It's a chance here. It's Cody Gakpo. Gakpo with the strike. Excellent block. Corner for Liverpool. Well, they're playing with so much more certainty and confidence. This is a brilliant cross into the box by Frimpong. Maguire can't get to it. Wirtz just helps it back into the danger area. Turn and shoot there from Cody Gakpo. Deflection of Harry Maguire. Corner for Liverpool. Are they going to turn things around at Old Trafford here? We'll wait and see. It's Manchester United's wait for doing the double over. Liverpool going to have to extend yet another season as Liverpool get their first corner of the match well past the hour mark at the Old Trafford Stadium. Liverpool are going to take their time and try and pile on the pressure. Try and be as relentless as possible to try and get 4 wins on the bounce. Szoboszlai to deliver this one. The obvious target is Van Dijk and Konate. Szoboszlai delivers. It's a flat delivery. Good header by Casemiro. He's gotten his head towards all the set pieces that Liverpool have put in the Manchester United box. Ball's recycled in. Konate might get his header. Van Dijk does, but it's comfortable for Lomans. Manchester United need to wake up here. The second half has not been vintage from them. Not really threatened Freddie Woodman in goal either. Yes, Casemiro. Again, they need to slow things down. Instead, they go for the long pass here. What a pass that was. Casemiro to Mbeumo. Kirkesh on the cover. He's got fresh legs and he identifies the danger. That is a very good defensive bit of play there from Milos Kirkesh. United were 3v1 in that situation if Bryan Mbeumo could have flicked it over the Hungarian. Brilliant pass there by Casemiro. Nobody putting pressure on the number 6. The last touch came off Mbeumo. Goal kick for Liverpool into the 65th minute. Manchester United's first half, a distant memory. 20 minutes into the second half, Liverpool have been the better side. Bit of a risky pass. They do try and play out the back. Buemo gets the last touch. It's a throw-in for Liverpool. 25 minutes plus stoppage time. Coming to you live at Old Trafford. Arne Slot will be thankful that Manchester United did make those mistakes. Liverpool have not been able to create too much by themselves. Two massive mistakes in the context of the match. United were looking so comfortable. That Dominic Szoboszlai goal changed everything. 25 minutes plus stoppage time remain at Old Trafford. But the difference between the two sides remain 3 points. This will be a valuable point for Liverpool as well. Good play there by Curtis Jones, but his progression has been halted by Casemiro on the slide. Well, the next goal could certainly turn out to be the winner. Liverpool doing incredibly well to bounce back. Here's Gravenberch. Liverpool playing with a lot more confidence. Curtis Jones' influence has improved. That's a needless foul there. And quickly taken by Szoboszlai. Manchester United caught napping wide open in the central positions. Here's McAllister. Finds Kirkesh. Cross comes into the box. It's slightly overhit. Frimpong. No conviction whatsoever with that right foot. Not sure whether or not he was going for goal or just head that back into the 6-yard box. Ends up doing neither in the end. Again, Manchester United wide open in the central areas. Almost this time decides to go long, but it's easy for Van Dijk. Here's Florian Wirtz. Finds Curtis Jones. This game is there for Liverpool to win here. Ria Ngumowa in this massive Old Trafford pitch has to be coming on at some point in this match. Here's Jones. You can see the second half more in Liverpool's favour as Cunha on the stretch. It is going to be a foul. Cunha cannot believe it. But as soon as that touch went away from the Brazilian and he just dangles his foot out, you know that the foul might be given here. Yep. May not be on purpose, but any sort of contact. Oh, that's not a foul. Gravenberch has gone looking for it and he has baited the referee. Cunha rightfully cheesed off with that decision. Liverpool, if they score from here, Manchester United might have a point of a grievance. Szoboszlai in the half space here as Liverpool look to turn things around at Old Trafford. They were 2-0 down and hopeless at half time. United have given them a helping hand and then some. Szoboszlai waits to deliver this ball into the box. Hungarian delivers. It's a magnificent ball. It's surely going to be 3-2. It isn't. Somehow the ball stays out. Well, it was a pinball there. You expected the ball to somehow find its way to a Liverpool player. United get away with that one. Freddie Woodman picks his head up. How did Manchester United manage to somehow clear their lines there? Let's have a look. This is a brilliant delivery by Szoboszlai. The Liverpool players are on side. Oh, Lomans does just about enough. Hit that against heaven and that ricochet could have fallen anywhere. Here's Frimpong on the outside. Again, Frimpong's dribbling is... wouldn't call that he's got anything in terms of a dribbling ability. For a right back to try and go on the outside, he certainly made it look very difficult. Almost like every right back. A step over, push and run. Haven't seen that either from Jeremy Frimpong. Here's Szoboszlai. Liverpool in control, complete control of this game. How this is flipped on its head needs to be studied. Here's Gravenberch. Nearly slips the pass. It's another corner. Luke Shaw, with a bit of panic in him, just happy to clear his lines. It's another corner for Liverpool, who struggled to get a single corner in the first half. Now have a couple in the second. Into the 70th minute here. United are reeling. They need to wake up. If they're not careful, Liverpool can very easily leave Old Trafford with all 3 points. Corner coming in at the far side. Van Dijk, Konate, the main targets. Cody Gakpo has gotten a goal already. He'll be prowling around outside the box to try and get a shot. Szoboszlai with a goal and assist at Old Trafford. Looks to make yet another impactful moment here. There's Dominic Szoboszlai to deliver the ball in. It's got enough whip on it. They win the first header. It's cleared away by Fernandes. Again, nobody really making the back post run there for Liverpool. If either one of the centre halves peeled away on that side, possibly could have been a chance for Liverpool. United get away with that one. Well, Carrick needs to make some changes here, because if this carries on, it looks like there's going to be only one winner from here. And Brian Mbeumo has been a completely different player in the second half, tasked with leading the line in the absence of Benjamin Šeško. Amad Diallo has barely made any sort of impact in the final third. The front line needs a bit of injection. I think Mason Mount for Manchester United is certainly an option. Maybe Manchester United keep the ball a whole lot better with Mount on the pitch. And can they fortify their midfield too? I mean, look at the options. There isn't any really in terms of a viable midfield option, because I don't see any way that Manuel Ugarte comes on in the midfield area when Manchester United want to keep hold of the ball. Ugarte is someone who treats the ball like a grenade, unfortunately, from United's point of view. Still a mystery as to how Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester United both spent 60 million euros on the Uruguayan. Well, PSG cut their losses immediately, recouped pretty much the entirety of the fee. That was a signing that really didn't make any sense, and it will possibly continue to haunt Manchester United. United with a free kick with Fernandes to deliver. It's a free header for Casemiro, and it is straight at Woodman. That was the opportunity for Manchester United to regain the lead. It's a free header. He has to score. Gets away from Konate. I mean, there's literally one threat in the box, and that is Casemiro this season. He's got 9 Premier League goals, pretty much all with his headers, and Liverpool leave him unmarked. Scandalous defending. Bruno nearly got his 20th assist as he floats the ball onto the right-hand side for Amad Diallo. He's got the overlap of Diogo Dalot. Amad Diallo, though, having to check his run, finding the Portuguese. Fernandes, though, cross comes into the box. It's headed away by Van Dijk. And the ball into the box again. Surely a chance. Liverpool clear their lines. United finally showcasing something in the second half. Game now very much open. McAllister feeds it onto the left-hand side. Manchester United look short physically, which is absolutely unacceptable from their point of view. They play one game a week. They should not be leggy, and that's a leggy foul by Bruno Fernandes. Ken tries to nick the ball from the wrong side, commits a needless foul on Florian Wirtz. He can have no complaints there, Bruno Fernandes. Well, something's gone wrong for Manchester United. Cannot be just the goals, because the game is completely flipped on its head. If there's any team that's going to win the match from here, it feels like it's going to be Liverpool. And with Rio Ngumowa coming on, this is brilliant from Liverpool's point of view. They've got the wide Old Trafford pitch. Ngumowa on the left-hand side up against Diogo Dalot rather. Will be something that the youngster will fancy his chances. Liverpool with not too many options. Still have made a couple of changes. Kirkesh came on. He's changed the left-hand side. And now with Rio Ngumowa's introduction, that left-hand side is going to be a lot more scarier from a Manchester United perspective. Well, Dominic Szoboszlai has scored a couple of world-class free kicks this season against massive opposition. One against Arsenal and one against Manchester City. He's already scored one. He's gotten an assist. He is certainly going to line this one up here. Massive moment in this match as the Old Trafford crowd hold its breath. It's Szoboszlai. He hits that against the wall. The wall does its job. Kirkesh recycles. Should be Luke Shaw's header, and it is. Cunha can turn, and that's going to be a yellow card there for Curtis Jones. Cynical pullback on the Brazilian as we're into the 75th minute. You can see there Curtis Jones was in no mood. Try and track the run of, or pretty much chase back. Bit of a cynical foul, but Jones in the second half has certainly played his part. Well, there's the substitution, and it's the right one. Liverpool are going attacking here. Frimpong makes his way. I would have been surprised that maybe Curtis Jones would have been withdrawn. But instead, it's Rio Ngumu on the left-hand side. Welcome to the stream, on and off. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in a football stream here. Manchester United and Liverpool have played out a 4-goal thriller here. Manchester United completely dominating the first half. Liverpool profiting from the United mistakes. And this, with 15 minutes to go, is a welcome sign for Manchester United. Patrick Dogu was absolutely sensational under Michael Carrick. Is back on the pitch. The Dane will be available for the final 3 games, as Brian Mbeumo has been hooked off. It remains to be seen who's going to be playing the false 9 now. It might be Matheus Cunha. Yep, it is going to be Cunha. But Manchester United have used all their 3 summer signings in this match as a centre forward. Started off with Šeško and Mbeumo in the second half. And now for the final 15 minutes, it will be Matheus Cunha with Patrick Dogu on the left-hand side and Amad Diallo on the right. I've been good on and off. It's been a busy couple of months. April especially has been a lot of hard work, a lot of graft. But it's been great. Here's McAllister now. Looking for the switch out here. Maguire finds Diogo Dalot. Any sort of predictions for this game? On and off. There's about 14 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Manchester United have not turned up in the second half. Still have the game here to be won though. This is going to be a moment of individual brilliance. Something out of the ordinary. This is going to be another mistake. I mean, Manchester United have given the ball away twice. On both occasions, they have been punished. Here's Menu. There's Cunha. Clever pass there to Luke Shaw on the overlap. Here's Shaw. He's got options to pick out. He's followed the ball into the box. There's chances somehow cleared. It's Kobbie Mainoo! 3-2 to Manchester United. He catches that so sweet. And the young English midfielder has yet another goal against Liverpool. This one could turn out to be the winner. Well, the ball just hung in the air, not cleared with any sort of conviction. Kobbie Mainoo runs onto it and he puts in a magnificent finish. Well, Mainoo's stocks keep rising and this goal, well, it is sensational. He catches that so well. He is absolutely loved and adored by not just the Manchester United teammates, but the Old Trafford faithful as well. It all comes from Luke Shaw making the overlap here. This is a clever pass by Matheus Cunha. Once the ball's played into the box, the defending has to be better. It's headed back. The clearance from Alexis McAllister is shocking. It's straight into the path of Kobbie Mainoo. This is such a difficult technique. Needs to try and keep it down. Woodman can't see the ball until it's too late. And Manchester United regain the lead at Old Trafford. Mainoo keeps it down into the corner. Michael Carrick's side regained the advantage. Well, as it stands, Michael Carrick would have registered victory against Manchester City, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea and Liverpool. That's 5 out of the top 6 that Michael Carrick has beaten in his short tenure at Manchester United. Liverpool have to go again. Pretty sure they're not going to get any more favours from Manchester United. Very surprising to see Rio Ngumu on the right-hand side and not the left. Like for like change by Arne Slot. Maybe I've taken the wind off the sails there. Maybe Frimpong as the right back would have been the better option and Rio Ngumu on the left. Manchester United possibly still looking for a cushion goal here. The game is still in jeopardy. But that Kobbie Mainoo goal will give enough encouragement across the stadium to see through the game here. Into the 80th minute. I think that Arne Slot made the change at the right time and the game was at 2-2, but very next attack, Kobbie Mainoo's goal puts a spanner in the works. Luke Shaw has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. He's a bit lackadaisical. Alexis McAllister just looking to fade the pass into the path. Manchester United fans woken right back up after that Menu goal. United back into their defensive shape. Mateus Cunha certainly did play his part as the false nine on that occasion, dropping deep, playing the pass to Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. McAllister's clearance straight into the path of Menu. Finish was exquisite though. Menu wins the ball here, and Cunha's touch is brilliant. United can finish this game off here. It's 4v2 if they get this right. It's Patrick Dogu. It's a decent touch. He wants a pen. He's not going to get it. Not sure whether or not Mateus Cunha picks the right option there. Bruno Fernandes. That's a cynical foul. The two number 8s go at it. It could be a yellow card there for the Manchester United skipper. It will be. Fernandes just lost control of his self on that occasion, trying to win the ball back. It's a dangerous challenge here. Patrick Dogu, if his first touch is any better, could have been a decent opportunity. Fernandes, that is not a good challenge whatsoever. Oh, that is a bad challenge for Bruno Fernandes. That could easily be construed as a red card, you know. He's come through the back. That is a bad challenge. United were 4v2 here. If the pass to Amad Diallo is played, possibly has a better opportunity of getting a shot away. This challenge by Bruno Fernandes is sketchy to say the least. The fact that it's not been checked by VAR just shows you that, Fernandes is a lucky boy. Here's McAllister. Just wide open in midfield. Just like that, United been carved open. Here's Rio Ngumua on the left-hand side. Can he get a shot away? Ngumua! Oh, what a strike. Sene Laumans stood there and watched helplessly. Can United just give the ball away inexplicably? And from there, United on the move. Rio Ngumua, a couple of step overs, creating the separation and just whistles that effort past the post. Doesn't have the curl on it. Liverpool once again reminding Manchester United that they can't give the ball away in that area of the pitch. 8 minutes plus stoppage time remain at Old Trafford. Manchester United haven't thrown their 2-goal advantage. 10 minutes into the second half. Regain it with 10 minutes remaining. Well, United nearly there. Nearly there. Liverpool have to look at themselves. If you take away the two Manchester United mistakes, where has the creativity been here? As Cody Gakpo on the stretch finds the pass here. Szoboszlai was on the stretch. If that pass from McAllister is any better, it's an opportunity, a real good opportunity for Liverpool. Here's Curtis Jones. Ball into the box, headed away by Diogo Dalot. Gravenberg's pass attempt is curious to say the very least. Oh, that is terrible from Curtis Jones. Rabona pass attempt there by Bruno Fernandes. Giving the ball away, that is not responsible play from the Manchester United skipper. 7 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Here's Konate. Drives forward to find Cody Gakpo. Onto the left-hand side. Here's Ngumua. Wirtz is playing on the right now. That is more like it because Ngumua is in his favored position. Wirtz on the right-hand side. On his left foot now. Florian Wirtz gets the ball back. Plays short, sharp passes. Better from Liverpool. Wirtz creates a bit of separation. Looking for the cross into the box. Once again, it's Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones now. Szoboszlai on his left foot. It's a heavy touch and he's on the slide. Liverpool do still manage to keep the ball. Bruno Fernandes has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. He's giving the ref an absolute earful. This is Cody Gakpo. It's straight at Laumans. Ngumua does well on the left-hand side again. Manchester United were convinced that they should have gotten a foul after Szoboszlai was on full stretch. 6 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Well, as it stands, a 6-point gap between Manchester United and Liverpool. Liverpool having to fight it out with Aston Villa and Bournemouth in terms of getting the 4th spot. That's a foul there by Gravenberch, and he's possibly going to pick Cody Gakpo rather, picking up a yellow card for a foul on Casemiro. Well, 5 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Joshua Zirkzee is getting stripped and ready for action. I think he will be replacing Mateus Cunha. This is going to be the 4th centre forward for Manchester United today. Šeško, Mbeumo, Cunha, and now possibly Joshua Zirkzee. Yep, it's going to be Zirkzee for Cunha. Patrick Dogu puts the ball across the face. Dogu and Amad Diallo both have come on in the second half, so we're expecting Cunha to come off. United win the ball back in midfield. Here's Fernandes finding Kobbie Mainoo. Plays the 1-2 with Casemiro brilliantly. Mainoo's got an extra spring in his step and goes for the shot. Now he's cut out of position. Liverpool can capitalize in the central areas. Here's Rio Engamua. Gets away from Casemiro with ease and then puts on the afterburners. He's got the pace and the trickery. What a run this is from Engamua. Tries to do too much by his lonesome and he runs the ball out of play. 4 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Liverpool's 3-match win streak going to be snapped here at Old Trafford. And as it stands, Liverpool going to be facing a double being done against them by their fiercest rivals, Manchester United, as Mateus Cunha's shift comes to an end. He's the man who opened the scoring early on. His deflected effort off Alexis McAllister gave Manchester United the perfect start. Then, of course, playing a big role in the 3rd goal, linking up nicely, feeding Luke Shaw, and then Kobbie Mainoo lashing onto it. Well, the Dutchman on. And Federico Chiesa coming on for Liverpool as well. I think he will be replacing... Is he going to replace Florian Wirtz? No, he replaces Ibrahima Konate. 3 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Arne Slot finally deciding to go for it. He takes off a centre-back for a winger. Is it far too late though? Federico Chiesa has not been preferred to get any sort of consistent game time under Arne Slot. Gravenberch might lose the pace battle here. He has, but he gets the foul. Quickly taken free kick. Liverpool playing with a level of desperation now. Here's Milos Kerkez. Ria Ngumua has had a bright cameo since coming on. Here's Van Dijk. Finds Curtis Jones. Back to Van Dijk. Alexis McAllister shifts it onto the left-hand side. Manchester United trying to be deliberate, trying to be as patient as possible. Defending deep, 2 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Liverpool still playing with a pedestrian style of football here. Milos Kerkez finds Rio Ngumua. Gets away from Diogo Dalot. Ngumua twisting and turning. Great challenge, but somehow still has control of the ball. Liverpool go backwards again. Here's Van Dijk. Now push forward on the left-hand side, looking for the cross into the box. Keep it casual though, keep it comfortable. Here's Van Dijk, finds Curtis Jones. Oh, it's a poor pass there by Jones. Now Patrick Dogu can lead the counter-attack. Bruno Fernandes asking a lot out of his Danish teammate. Casemiro nicks the pass, and now Joshua Zirkzee makes it stick. A minute of normal time remain. Manchester United nearly there. Will be 3 wins in a row for Michael Carrick's men as Casemiro sweeps the ball forward for Patrick Dogu. Luke Shaw's making the overlap now. Dogu with the strike. Pulls that well wide. More importantly, Manchester United have the ball exactly where they wanted, deep in Liverpool territory. Steve Holland and Michael Carrick's side pretty much relying on one moment of magic in the second half. Liverpool Apart from Manchester United helping them out in both goals, haven't done anywhere enough in terms of troubling St. Lomans. Here's Woodman. Finds Virgil van Dijk. Throw in for Manchester United. Good play there by Harry Maguire. Steps in. His introduction back into the team. A massive, massive boost as we're into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Signaled by Anthony Taylor, the fourth official. United have done. They'll feel more than enough in terms of getting the 3 points. Their first 45 minutes, definitely an encouraging sign. Did lose their way in the second half after 2 goals in 10 minutes. That's a needless foul by Milos Kerkez on Amad Diallo. Again, just slows down stoppage time from Manchester United's point of view. They'll take their time with the free kicks. Kobbie Mainoo, as it stands, will have yet another winning goal against Liverpool at Old Trafford. Clip pass by Casemiro. It brings it down, and Fernandes, he wants a pen. He's not going to get it. Bruno Fernandes in the second half has tried his very best to try and get his 20th assist. Seems like he's going to have to wait another game if that's going to be the case. That 20 assist mark has certainly been a jinx mark. You've seen the likes of Cesc Fabregas. I thought in the 2014-2015 season he was going to absolutely obliterate it, but then went on an assist drought towards the end. Liverpool have a chance here. The ball goes kindly into the hands of St. Lomans. As Kerkez on the left-hand side, making the run, totally unmarked. Took a deflection of Amad Diallo, who did very well to track his runner. But Manchester United in the second half have not played some of their best stuff. What they've done well is defended deep and made sure that it has been uncomfortable from Liverpool's point of view. Here's Gravenberch, finds Virgil van Dijk. And now Alexis McAllister. Quick ball manipulation. Shifts it onto the right-hand side. Here's Wirtz. 3 minutes of stoppage time remain. Liverpool still playing the ball short, still taking their time. They need to put this into the mixer here. This is extremely passive play from the away side. It's almost like they do not have the desperation to try and get the winner, or the equalizer rather, from here. Here's Wirtz. He's had a terrible second half, Florian Wirtz. Absolutely no impact whatsoever. Here's Kerkez. N'Gomua has come on and been the better winger, that's for sure. He certainly had the drive and the ambition to take on his fullback. Liverpool still passing it backwards and sideways. Somebody remind them there's only 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Federico Chiesa pushes the ball to Rio N'Gomua, who breaks away from the challenge of Casemiro nicely. N'Gomua, the pass to Szoboszlai is not in his path. 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining here. Manchester United nearly there. Florian Wirtz loses out again. He gets the ball though. It's Florian Wirtz. Shifts it onto the left-hand side. It's Milos Kerkez. Kerkez trying to go on the outside. Puts the ball into the box. Nearly finding Virgil van Dijk. Oh, that was so close. And if it did find Van Dijk, that could have been the equalizer. Patrick Dogo trying to muscle his way past the challengers. And the foul has been given against the Dane. Liverpool somehow still staying alive, but since Manchester United scored the goal in the 80th minute courtesy of Kobbie Mainoo, they haven't done enough. If you take out the 2 mistakes from Manchester United, Liverpool haven't done enough, period, in terms of an attacking force. But they still have an opportunity to pinch a point right towards the end as we approach the final minute of stoppage time. Manchester United fans, players, and the coaching staff on edge here. Szoboszlai delivers the ball. It's a terrible ball in. Kerkez reloads. Manchester United do manage to clear. Will be a throw-in. Federico Chiesa trying to get a quick move on here. Again, that's so poor from Liverpool, man. Just give the ball away. Bruno Fernandes riles up the home fans. They're nearly there. 30 seconds away from Michael Carrick putting yet another feather in his cap. These are very, very impressive victories, beating Aston Villa, Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, and now Liverpool, as Bruno Fernandes will be withdrawn for Lenny Yoro, as we are into borrowed time in stoppage time. Fernandes passes over the captain's armband to Harry Maguire. Fernandes still stranded on 19 Premier League assists. Needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Last thing that Fernandes will want to do is miss any sort of game time, as Manchester United approach the last 3 games with a 6-point gap over Liverpool. Lenny Yoro gets an appearance to his name. Will be tasked with trying to clear any sort of danger which will be put into the box, but Liverpool have played with no sort of desperation whatsoever. No balls in the box, nothing desperate, as Xerxes plays a brilliant pass. Here's Amad Diallo. He's got the overlap of Diogo Dalot. Will he use him? He does. Here's Diogo Dalot. He blazes it over. That should have been the match. United open up Liverpool with the throw-in. That was a brilliant pass by Joshua Xerxes. The referee has had a look at his watch. We're into borrowed time here. Way past the 5-minute mark. Dalot should have put the ball in the back of the net, as the referee blows the full-time whistle at Old Trafford. Michael Carrick does the double over the defending Premier League champions. 3-2 victory for Michael Carrick's men. Kobbie Mainoo the winner after a brilliant finish from outside the box. Manchester United surrendered a 2-goal advantage 10 minutes into the second half, but Kobbie Mainoo with Manchester United's main moment of quality in the second half, doing just enough to get Manchester United all 3 points and doing the double over their fiercest rivals Liverpool. Benjamin Šeško and Mateus Cunha gave Manchester United a 2-goal advantage. Szoboszlai with a goal and then an assist to Gakpo, and Kobbie Mainoo getting the last word, and Manchester United getting all 3 points.